it's been one of the most meaningful experiences that I've ever gone through. You know, to be able to impact, you know, not only this, you know, this child, but then when I think of, you know, the family that they have, and then the, you know, the potential impacts that, you know, that you know, the kid grows up and it, you know, maybe falls in love, and all these meaningful life experiences they may have future kids. You know, it's incredible to think that you know, you have these short moments, these short opportunities in life where you're able to, or small opportunities where you can make such a meaningful impact. You know, from the first interaction to the last one, putting the donor's health first felt like the number one priority, and then being very clear in terms of the you know, the level of risks involved, but also what are the steps that are taken to ensure that, you know, as you mentioned, sort of this village approach, you know, one donor, but, you know, dozens of people supporting that person to make sure it's successful, and that, you know, and that they're okay, and the recipient's okay. Yeah, so I think Cultures is this commitment to excellence, and then, you know, having read some of the different materials and having gone to the site, you really see that these, you know, the medical team is really world class.
Anonymous donors are very special people. They epitomize what is good about humanity, I would say. They step forward. They are selfless. They are, in fact, it's amazing that they are always thinking of the recipient, almost more than themselves. They simply want to do good for the world and help someone.
I think the important contribution is overall increased awareness about living donation, and that led to a number of altruistic donors who are willing to donate to someone in need for transplantation without having any biological or emotional connection to them. And this is despite even the challenges related to the pandemic over the last few years. We saw a huge increase in numbers of these donors. And obviously a big shout to the whole Ajmera live donor transplant team for their help to increase this program. It's a quote that remains with me, that I keep saying over and over, is from a mother whose child received a transplant from an anonymous donor. And she basically described an anonymous donor as, how do you describe someone who saves your child? Is it a warrior? Is it a superhero? And I think there is no doubt for all of us that our anonymous donors are by definition superheroes that are flying in to save someone's life.